So, welcome to the team call for Wednesday. Today is September 22nd, and this call, man, is going to be amazing because I have some takeaways from. Um, I did a couple of coaching calls this week, and whenever I do coaching for people that want to actually develop their business, I get to meet uh, people that have been in the business for a little bit and then they've fallen off. So I got a very interesting takeaway, and I just want to share with you guys. But before that, oh man, doing this live workout today. Wow. I know my wife did a strength workout with Idalis, and Idalis is a beast. So if you ever done any Idalis workouts, that woman is a beast. She has some twitch muscles that like pop, 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 pop. She gets up, gets down, like it's nothing for her, and she be making transitions like crazy. But I reserve my spot for the cycling, right? So we got a mix. I got a mix, and let me see if I can show you this. I can show you the slight result. It is crazy.
I haven't tried the live workouts yet.
Oh man, you got to.
I've been trying really hard to stick to 645.
You have to. Like, it's gonna change how you look at this. For real, it's gonna really change how you look at this. Come on, picture. Let's go. Oh yeah, there it is. So here is the result of 25 minutes on a spin bike. So that's
Oh
the
wow.
that's the mixed bike, the white one. Did you guys order your mix? You better get on it because
I
it's gonna
have
run out
not.
quick. So I got that white one, and we ordered the black one also. So this white one we grabbed it in May just to get ahead of the line because we knew this was coming. So we got ahead of the line, and it takes around 6 weeks to deliver. So get yours right away. So I did that, and it was amazing. The instructor was amazing. So I loved it. It kind of gave me like a like a look back into when I got started, and I was doing my early days with insanity. How exhausted I was, man! Just those 30 minutes, and the spinning, the it was Jennifer, the instructor, very good, very good, and I was able to do the podcast. So I was in the background, behind her, and she'd be calling my name. She's like, "Carlos, go ahead, let's go," and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm on camera. I gotta go. I gotta hit it. I gotta." So yeah, it was interesting. It was very very good. Doing the workout in the afternoon or late in the afternoon, it, I mean, it's energizing. I'm full of energy right now. It's really good. So I just want to share that with you. So and encourage you to order your bike right now because it's gonna get crazy. All those workouts that are on Body, which is the live workouts, they're being archived. And what I noticed is that back in the day, coaches would be killing themselves to be on the cast of one workout. So you be working your butt off, working hard to be like an elite coach, to be like top coaches and all that stuff, in order for them to even consider you to be in a cast of a workout. But with broadcast, which is part of the body, you can reserve a spot to be in the class live, and you can also reserve to be in the background. But they got like limited spots. So when you reserve your class on body, well, you got to have Nutrition Plus. If you don't have Nutrition Plus, you're not gonna have access. So get the Nutrition Plus subscription. So it's like $16 for coaches. You go in there and they have like one spot that's for the workout, and then it's gonna be another slot for becoming part of the podcast. And when you click on that and it allows you to reserve it, that means you're gonna be in the screen in the background while they're working out. So it kind of like makes your commitment step up a little more while you're working out, because they're gonna call you out on your form. Man, they'll call you out quick. They call you out on your form, or they motivate you and be like, "Hey, push it." Like today, like she was like, "Carlos, I see you. I see that smile. Let's go." I wasn't smiling. I was like, I looked like I was smiling, but I wasn't smiling. So it was fun, and I do recommend that you start booking those classes. Today, Dallas had an amazing workout. Like my wife got killed by it, and she's like, "Man, I need to recover quick." So I had my recovery right after that. So yeah, I do recommend that you start getting on body. Use it as something complement, like you can complement what you're doing. Um, if you really feel that you have the energy to burn, or you kind of half-assed it in the morning, get it later. you know, that's the way I look at it. But it's something to complement what you're doing. Well, you like my lingo today, Sandra? It is what it is. So today, as I was saying earlier, I'm going to talk about something that I got to get as a takeaway from a couple of coaching sessions that I did. And I did it with pretty seasoned coaches that have been in the network for 3 or 4 years already. And I want to talk to you today about really avoiding burnout. Okay? I really want you to grasp this concept and take notes. Please don't go do freaking dishes. Don't go, put something up. Only if you really have to get up. Pay attention, because this might save you. All right? It might save you. So, avoiding burnout. This came up because the coach was telling me, I don't know what it is. I lost my passion. I've lost the way that I do this. I used to have fun doing this. Now I don't really have fun doing this. And I got my family on my back. They're always hounding me. Why you on the phone? Why you connected? Why you on another Zoom call? So this coach was getting discouraged a lot. And she was like getting bombarded left and right. So, well, luckily, she agreed to do a coaching call with me. So I did a coaching call, and I got to the bottom, and it's all that we tend to over we tend to over promise ourselves a certain result, and when we do that, when we don't reach it, we get disappointed. And when we do that, then we're like, oh man, I was supposed to be at this level, or I was supposed to be at this goal or rank or payout, and it didn't happen. So there's things that I need you to start thinking right now. Number one, I want you to start thinking of an endurance mindset. I want you to think like, when you get ready for, let's say, a long run, nobody starts running like crazy for a long run. When you start you start jogging, because it's going to be a minute. You don't just right out the gate. You don't go like crazy. Like I've done 5Ks. I don't know if you've done a 5K. I've done 10Ks. I've done half a marathons. No, I haven't done the full. I've done half, 13 miles. That's the most I've done. Did it twice actually. And when you do that, right? You start, and you start just to warm up. You start so that your body gets warmed up. If you didn't warm it up prior to the race, and then you get in a rhythm. I want you to think long term about your business. That's the mindset I want. Endurance mindset. Throughout the entire call, I'm going to keep mentioning this. We have to come into this business with an endurance mindset, meaning you're not here to run a quick sprint. This is going to take time. And I want you to like give yourself some grace about not pressuring yourself that you have to have a certain amount of result in a short period of time or in a certain period of time. Really, I'm telling you, it's going to be crucial if you really pay attention to what I'm telling you. So, um, I want you to focus always, there's a long run. I want you to focus that, um, I want you to have the mindset of 5 to 7 years. And the reason I'm telling you that is because when we got started, we made a lot of mistakes our first 2 years. I mean, a lot. Like my wife and I, we couldn't keep customers, we couldn't keep clients. They'll come in 1 month, the second month, they're gone. It was a high turnout all the time because we were making mistakes. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know that we had to have a mindset that was supposed to be nurturing for the people in our groups. We actually wanted them to have results, results, results. So my wife had results in 60 days. So she expected people in 60 days to have results. So we used to like just, just, oh my goodness, it was ugly because we used to hound them about it, and sometimes tell them like, you're not getting results because you're not paying attention because you're not showing up. And we used to beat them up. So I got my results in, I think it was 42 days. I lost like 28 pounds. It was crazy. I had a crazy transformation at the beginning. And it's because we were so focused that we didn't miss a meal, we didn't cheat, nothing. So I can't expect, or you cannot expect, that this is gonna happen for you. And same is the same thing goes for the business. Like you as a coach, you cannot expect that you're going to hit a rank or an advancement or a paycheck just like your fellow coaches or friends here in the group do it. So stop comparing yourself to other coaches. You may see a coach that comes in here and in less than a year hits 6 figures, and you're like, what, what happened? I've been here 4 years and I still don't hit. What? It has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. That person already had the endurance, already had the stamina. That person already had the mindset, already had the personal development. They had all of that before they came here. You may not be at that level. So one thing that you got to think is, I want you to focus on the long run and do not neglect what is really important. Because here's the thing. When I started speaking to this lady, she said, right now, I'm going to go back and focus on my husband. I'm going to go back and focus on my kids. And I was like, hold on. Isn't that your why? Isn't that the reason you started? Are you going to make that the reason you quit? What's going on? Tell me the real reason. Tell me what's going on. Well, they're complaining. They're complaining that I'm not around to be with them. That I'm on the phone. That I'm on Zoom calls. Like the husband now is doing the taking the kids and doing their baths while she's on a Zoom call. So it's different now. Like the dynamics change in the house. And she had so high expectations of where she should be that she disappointed herself. So now she's like, I didn't reach the goal that I wanted. So what's the point? I'm just gonna go back and take care of my family and Like, okay, let's refocus here. What happened with the goal? Well, she set herself to have a 5-star diamond team in less than a year. I was like, what? Do you even have the maturity to get there? Do you believe you do? I don't know what you mean. I'm a mature person. I'm an old woman. I have my job, my profession. What do you mean? I said, well, not as a coach. As a coach, you're still a baby. As a coach, you still got things to learn. Because there's what I want you to focus on is that your own race is your own race. Stop looking at the other coaches. Stop looking at other people and where they're at. And just because you came in and maybe on a Zoom call, you heard that there was one person that was an anomaly in the team that created a 3-star diamond team in 8 months. That doesn't mean that you're gonna do it. That has nothing to do with you. Same thing that I told my son, I guess 2 days ago. I said, don't start the comparison. Immediately, because he's starting as a coach, I said, stop it. Do not compare yourself to any of us, like me or your mom. You may be our son, but you got a lot to learn. Because there's expectations in his mind of where he should be. He may see the recording later, but this is the same thing that is happening with her. She set herself and oversold herself on how short of a time it would take. That when it didn't meet that goal, is full of disappointment. It was like disappointment shower. And what happened? She was like, I don't know if this is for me. She started questioning herself. I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm connecting. Well, it's probably because you oversold yourself on how long it would take. Or somebody told you or lied to you and told you that this was going to be something that you can achieve in less than a year or something like that. Well, yeah. She had to agree that she did compare herself to a coach that had started a year ago and saw her testimony, and she said, I could do that, and went for it. Mind you, she's a 1-star. She still did something. But in her mind, it's not enough. We were at Diamond, like my wife and I, we were at Diamond for 2 years. Running around, Diamond, dropping down to Emerald, Diamond, dropping out. It was a joke. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. We were making mistakes left and right until we got serious about our personal development, got plugged into the right system, and boom. And in 6 months, we started growing. So the next thing is, I want you to take a look at this point right here. She stopped setting goals for herself because she got disappointed with that goal, that lofty goal that she set for herself. So what I want you to do is don't stop setting goals for yourself just because you haven't achieved something that you set your mindset to before. So if you have disappointed either yourself or maybe a team, maybe you said as a team, hey, we're going to achieve this as a team, and you didn't do it, stop beating yourself up. Give yourself some grace. You can still achieve it. And don't stop setting goals just because you haven't achieved something. What I want you to do is really focus on, can you be a better version than last month of yourself? Are you improving this month? Are you a better version than last quarter? Did you improve? Did you help more people? Are you bringing in more people? Did you rank advance in the last 6 months? So you got to look at it and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to stop looking at what my peers are doing because they're running their own race. I need to be focused, just like horses, race horses. They got these two things right in the front of them that just makes them focus where they're going. I need you to be focused just like that in your own lane and be your own competition. So you need to put yourself out of business every month, meaning you need to be so good that last month's version of you sucked. And you just like, I smoked you. Just look back and be like, look, I smoked you. So I made Success Club 6 last month. I'm going to work hard to make Success Club 8. And I'm just going to improve and keep improving myself. Because if you keep the comparison game, you might disappoint yourself. But yeah, running on your own track is something that I wrote down. And stop setting goals because you're overselling yourself on the last goal. Now, another thing that I noticed is that some people bring their 9 to 5 mentality into a business. And anyone here that has never had a business, I want you to understand the following. You get paid for bringing value to the market. You don't get paid for the amount of hours you work your business. In the corporate world, you get paid per hour or your time spent at that office or place of work. You go there, they expect you to sit your butt down and do your work for so many hours. That's what they want. Okay? And that's your pay. Either hourly or by salary, doesn't matter. They want your time. So you sit there, you do your job, boom. Peace out. In this world here that we're in, you get paid for helping people. So value. What is the value you bring? Every time you help someone get started with a challenge pack into their journey, that's when you get paid. So once you understand that, you say, okay, I need to give myself some grace because it takes time for me to build relationships so that I can talk to them and see if they have a need that I can fulfill with what I got. Because if you cannot fulfill a need that the person has, what kind of value are you going to bring, really? Okay, when you find somebody, you say, find the need, fulfill the need with what you have. Find the need, fulfill the need with what you have. What do we have? We have a big platform full of workouts and anything that has to do with movement so that you can get healthy, nutrition programs, community, and they have your support as a coach. I mean, they have like what it costs thousands of dollars out there, and you have it in one solution. So, what is our job? Our job is to simply bring people and we connect them to the system and the community. That's what you get paid for. You don't get paid for the amount of time you spend on social media. You don't get paid for the amount of time that you spend scrolling. We get paid for IPA, income producing activity. Income producing activity, IPA. So somebody will tell me, I did my IPAs. I'm doing my IPAs. How come I'm not connecting? Well, it's because you've taken out the human factor and you're doing this robotically. So there's things to troubleshoot there. But when it comes to burnout, if you're doing just for the motions, oh, I'm doing my IPAs. I'm doing my IPAs every day. You know, I'm checking off my Success Club activity tracker. That's doing your IPAs. Okay, you checked them off. And did you make a new friend today? Did you actually talk to somebody about their needs? Did you build a relationship? It's not just the IPA, it's connecting. So when we are experiencing burnout, we're thinking in our minds that we're neglecting family, that we're not achieving goals, and then we become robots when we're talking to people. Because why? We're focused on money. We're focused on, oh man, I don't have results. So people could smell that. So how can you get the love and the fun back into your business? That is the biggest thing right there. Because I was like, man, how do I turn this around? This woman just dumped all this on me. I'm like, man, okay, this is why I get paid the big bucks. So I gotta like put my hat on, my coaching hat, and be like, okay, how do I turn this around? My goodness. All right. So is give yourself some time to regroup and find what it is that you love about this business and focus on just helping people. And if you focus that you only get paid when you help people, your intention every time you come out, every time you talk to people, is totally different than meeting a quota. Okay? Keeping track of Success Club and all this stuff is fine for tracking your business, but that's not the focus. The focus should be, let me take care of myself, fill this cup so I can go help people. Bring the focus back to helping people. It'll really like take a load off of you when your focus is just helping people. And every time that I see that, I'm like, oh my goodness, you need to like give yourself like a, I would say, I don't want to use the word because it's too popular right now. I want you to vaccinate yourself against negativity. Stop it. Stop it. So I want you to like really like you know that if you entertain these thoughts about I'm not good enough, or these thoughts about I don't know if this is for me and all of that, they're not gonna get you anywhere. It really doesn't. It doesn't energize you. It doesn't make you like, let's get up, let's do this. No. Is for me at least, when I spoke to her and I said, how about you just focus on helping people? She went, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to that. I'm like, well, that is the basis of the IPA. The IPA is around providing value to help people. But if you look at it, and if you start looking at people like numbers, you're gonna fall out of love with the business. And we gotta keep it human. We have to keep it human and create relationships and keep connecting and finding out if they have a need so we can fulfill the need with what we have. And if you keep your business that simple, you will fall right back in love with it. But when we complicate it with numbers and quotas and stuff like that, oh my goodness, it begins to like it starts to look like a freaking 9 to 5. It starts to feel like a job. But when you humanize it and you focus on helping people achieve their goals, wow, you achieve yours. You start achieving yours. And what's the best option right now that I always recommend? People should come in with coach's account. Secondary is preferred customers. And lastly, the client account. So that's the order I recommend that you get people involved. Coach, preferred customer, or client. If they don't want to get a coach account, downgrade. To me, is a downgrade. Just my personal opinion. Everybody should come in as a coach. Why? Because I always ask them, would you be opposed to helping somebody if they asked you? And as soon as they say no, I say, okay, that's a coach account. That's serious. Okay, so what is the difference? The difference is that when you're a coach, you can help people when they come to you. That difference. That's it. Oh, but I want to work on myself. Nobody's saying otherwise. But you have the ability to help somebody. Are you opposed to help somebody? No. Okay, so that's a coach account. And then from then on, you focus on making sure that person gets started right, gets all the tools they need, all the support they need so they can achieve their goals. That's how your business is going to grow. And that's how you keep it in a way that you feel that you have purpose. Because when we don't feel like we have purpose and we're being robotic and we're just doing the motions and I'm doing my IPAs. You know, I call it the AIC. Yeah, AIC. That's what we call it. Well, back in the day, we used to call it, hey, did you do your AIC? And they're like, what is AIC? It's ass in chair. Your ass in chair working. So we changed it to IPA. Made it more politically correct. But anyway. But back in the day, it was like, you do your ass in chair, you do your AIC. Okay, if you haven't done that, get to it. Get to it. There's a coach. She's a superstar Diamond 3. And was her... Yeah, I think she used to be like, did you get your ish done? To her whole team, every time that she would get on the call. Did you get your ish done? Every single time. And if you didn't get it done, go get it done. Because if you come to this business, you're not doing this for just charity work. You're doing this because you see something that's possible. So get your ass in chair and do it. Do AIC IPA. Boom. But when you do it with a purpose to help. And you will not get yourself overwhelmed with all these goals. But I want you to have the endurance mindset that long term, all these people that you're helping and all these people that you're training and all these people you're connecting to the team calls and you're connecting them to the seminars and you're connecting them to all the events that we're doing and they're going to Coach Summit, what happens? They eventually turn on their business. Nobody turns on their business unless they know their upline. All right, I'm telling you this. If your coaches are not turning on, they don't know their upline. I haven't met a coach that I talked to or my wife has talked to that didn't turn on. Oh, my coaches, they're there for the discount. Who are they? Such and such. Do I know them? No. There goes the problem right there. Get them to meet us. Can you even sell them on a team call? Or if you suck so bad that you can even sell someone into a team call, then it's time for you to start working on your skills. And this might be a little tough love here. You have people in your challenge group working on themselves, but you will not give them the opportunity to actually earn money. So listen, you say, listen, I want to give you something as a gift. So many years ago or so many months ago, I was introduced to the coaching opportunity. I don't know if it's for you. I don't know if it'll fit. But tonight, my mentors are going to be on this call. And this is something that's once in a while. This is not often. This is how well you sell it. Even though I'm here every freaking Wednesday, but you do sell it that way. This is not often. This is the way that it's provided for us. But I would want you to take advantage and just listen. And if you listen and it's for you, then we can help you. If it's not for you, that's fine too. But I want you to just take a look and see what we do as coaches. You let me know there's a new coach in here. You let me know there's somebody in here that is just here for information. They want to know what coaches are about. My content at the call is a bit different. I have to see new faces. And as I see new faces, I will train your coaches for you. Come on, use the system. Use the system. I will train your coaches. And you're like, yeah, my coaches, they don't really see the business. They don't really see what this is about. That's because they don't know me. Introduce them to us. Get them on team calls. This is the system. We train them for you. We inspire them to take action. Because they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to mommy because you're their mommy. You got them in the business. They're not going to listen to you. But if you put them in front of us, there's something different about the message. All right? So I want you to start also, this is another one, last one here. Budget for rainy day and budget for self-improvement. So budget for rainy day, that means when you make money with this business, don't spend it all. Use some money for reinvesting into the business and reinvesting in yourself. Most of the money we made at the beginning, it was stupidly, foolishly spent. Because my wife used to do her nails and hair and all this stuff with the money. And then we focused and said, we're not running a business. We're using this like a freaking job. So when we started treating it like a business, we started investing the money back in. So when it came to Coach Summit, we did everything through commissions. When it came to trainings, we did everything through the commissions and bonuses. If we had to go to a super Saturday, super weekend, we did everything through there. If we had to buy tickets, airplane tickets, we did everything through there. So everything that was coming in was going into one account, and that account was not mixed with my personal account. Most of you have personal accounts mixed with your business, and your spouse sees this. And it becomes a point of discussion. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Please separate the business money from your joint accounts that you have with your spouse. Because it becomes a point of discussion that you want to at least separate so that you can see the growth of your business without it going out when you conveniently go to the store and you buy something with the money you just earned. Your money in the business is supposed to work for you. You're not supposed to spend it. I hope you got that. Let me repeat it again. The money that goes, like it goes from Beachbody to your account, is for you to grow. It's for you to make it work. It's not for you to spend it. You want to pay yourself out of that money? It should be a percentage. It shouldn't be the whole amount. The rest should be invested and reinvested in the business. Just give you a tip that is going to go a long way. It really goes a long way. And less arguments, less things. And your spouse is able to see, oh, that account's growing. How come that account is growing? Oh, that's the reason it's growing. Because you're not being stupid anymore. Now listen. We were dumb the first 2 years. We made these mistakes. So that was the last one that I gave her. I was like, okay, separate your accounts. Make sure you do that. And that is going to show your spouse that the money is growing, coming out of the business. Okay? So if you grasp this last point right there, you're going to see and you're going to actually visualize your business growing. You're going to see you helping people. You're going to see that it actually feels like a business. But the reason we experience the burnout and we experience all this other crud that comes with it is because we're overwhelmed and not organized. That's another topic for another call. But at least focus. It really is. Focus on helping people. When you contact somebody, look at the person, look for the need, and fulfill that need with what we have. Get them results and do the next one. Contact the person, look for a need, fulfill the need with what we have, and go to the next one. And if you focus that way, you will make Success Club. You will achieve the ranks. I'm going to see you getting recognized on stage. And I'm going to celebrate you when you advance because I know that you took this advice and you took it seriously. I know who's on this call right now. So I will open it up for the last 10, 15 minutes for any questions. Or if you want to discuss a point that wasn't clear in everything that I just talked about today, go ahead and open your mic. If something resonated too, you can bring it up. Go ahead, Sandra. Yeah.
Could you repeat the last part? It was with the needs. It was three things. I think I missed one.
Yeah, when you contact somebody, you look
Yes.
for the needs. As you're
Yeah.
talking, that's what you're
Yeah.
looking for. If they have a need, and then you fulfill that need with what we have.
Okay. So,
Yeah. So if you're talking to somebody and they need their grass cut in their house, that's not a need that you can fulfill. But do you know the lawn guy that cuts your yard? So then you fulfill the need. So you go, hey, I hear that you need a lawn guy. I mean, as we're talking right now, yeah, I need person, somebody. They're messing up my yard. I got one. You want the number? Yeah. Okay, here you go. That person will feel thankful. You didn't necessarily fulfill the need of what we got as a business, but you fulfill the need. You're building a relationship. So whatever you got, fulfill it. Sometimes it's gonna be what we have as Beachbody coaches, but there's other times where you can just become a master referrer of business
yep.
to other people, and they value that. You know, when people go to network meetings, they go to networking meetings, they go over there to actually like, oh, I want to get a bunch of business cards because I want to get some business. No, dummy. Networking is for you to go there and connect people with other businesses, and then you become the popular one. You become the popular one because you're the one that's there not trying to get business from everybody. You're actually become a connector. And people that
Connectors.
are connectors, they're very valuable in the market. Very valuable. And you see people that come into the business, they're successful right away because they know how to connect one business to another. They understand that principle. It may be like sapphires do that. Sapphires, they're natural connectors. They connect people with other people. But other gems, it's a little harder. But if you understand that, fulfill the need with whatever you know you can fulfill the need. And that person will be thankful to you and remember you. Not necessarily what we have as a business, but what you have. Because you have a network. It makes you more valuable in the marketplace.
Rally.
That's why this takes time. This is not a freaking sprint. You have a follow-up question, Sandra?
No, that was it.
Okay, good. Anyone else about the points or anything that really jumped out at you as I was talking about this last coaching session I had?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the whole call. I texted Val and I was pretty much like, was he reading our text today? Because I
Oh,
just texted her. I just
really?
texted her earlier today. Yeah, I just texted her earlier today. I don't know who's on the last call that I was on, how I told you I started therapy and everything. But I've really just taken a step back of inviting people, more people to join me because I don't have that to give to them. And I don't deserve to invite anyone if I can't give them the time that they deserve. And I was sitting back and kind of realizing like all the girls that I've signed up since I started coaching, I don't have any left. And I'm like, why? Is that something that I like? What did I miss? And I know it's probably I got sucked into the hoopla of, like you said, figuring out scrolling and figuring out what to post on social media, posting on social media. I wasn't taking the time to focus on the people. I was just focusing on, like you said, getting more people to sign up. And then that
Yeah,
wasn't working either because
yeah,
I didn't have that many sign up.
yeah. I mean, Courtney, this is real. Like what I'm talking about, it's a human issue.
Yeah.
It really is, and it's important to talk about this. Uh, we may not see it as, oh man, we're not talking business. Oh, we're talking business. Remember when I asked you earlier, man, you got some friends now, or you know some
Hmm.
people, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
That's your network. Because the people
Right.
that you do business with, it's companies that are represented, but guess what? You're talking to people. You're talking to Mike. You're talking to Fred. You're talking to Maria. You're talking to people. And when we value those connections, we become more valuable to the company that we work for and the company we represent as a Beachbody coach. And then people want to be around you and people want to know Courtney. Like, man,
Yeah.
she's amazing. She's awesome. Like she connected me to this and that. And then I was able to get this business and that business. Yeah, Courtney's the one that we gotta connect with. If we become professional connectors and relationship building people, we become so valuable in the marketplace. People want to join what the hell you're doing. They're gonna be like, Courtney, what is that other stuff you do? It's
That's true.
serious.
No, you're right.
Yeah. I'm glad you got that point. I'm glad that you that at least recognized. Well, I mean, I wasn't in your texts or nothing,
But yeah, it was like so spot on. And I was like, wow.
but it's normal to feel that way because you probably did. You ever think at some moment, man, I should be at another point in this business right now?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how does that feel right now?
Well, now that I sit back, I mean, I know it's okay. I mean, like you said, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at first I treated it like, oh, let's go, let's go, let's go, and
Mm-hmm.
got discouraged when it's not go, go, go. So,
Yeah.
and then that took away from the actual people that had already signed up, and I didn't give them the time of day that they deserved. So now they're no longer here.
Mm-hmm. And remember when I spoke at the beginning of the call, I think it was point number. Well, it was in there. I didn't number it really, but when you stop making goals because you didn't achieve certain, uh, I guess, lofty goal that you set up at the beginning, and you started dreaming with the business at the beginning, right? You started dreaming like, man, I'm gonna hit this rank and maybe this income, and it didn't happen. So now you get scared and take a step back and say, you know what, I'm gonna step back for a little bit, and it's because you disappointed yourself in how maybe you oversold yourself and how long it would take for you to achieve that goal.
For
Would you
sure.
agree with that?
Yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Because I know my wife comes to me at times and she says, I don't want to do anything. I want to take a vacation. You want to take a vacation? Take a day off. Go. Go to the store. Go do whatever you want to do. But when you get back, we'll talk. And it's because she's like she gives herself so much that she expects people to react to what she gives. But you gotta manage, I guess, your disappointment. And the way you manage it is help as many people as possible, but don't put expectations on them.
Yeah.
You got to set goals and not stop setting goals for yourself. That's just when I see people stop setting goals, I go, wow, what do you think? You arrived? What happened?
That's
Those
true.
things are like the activities of stepping back is a dream killer, for real. And one of the things that we talk about at First Steps to Success is people tend to give up on their dreams because life happens. And it's because they took their focus off their vision initially. As a kid, we have a vision for our lives. Can you go back to your life? Let's go back to 12 years old. Every single one of you here, go back to 12 years old and write down in the chat. Write down in the chat. What did you aspire to be when you were 12? I want you to write it down. Put it in the chat. I want to see that. Yeah, Val. Yeah, we gotta talk about this. Oh, you want to be a veterinary, Carmencita? Mm, that is amazing. Who else? You can't remember that for a back? Come on, we're not that old. I know we ain't that old school. I got some gray hair, but I know me. I was in love. I wanted to be a baseball player all the way. I just focus on baseball. That's what I wanted to be, baseball player. Around that time. Come on, I want to see more. Carmencita said veterinary. Who else? Veterinarian. Sandra, you ain't got nothing? Courtney and Val, you didn't inspire nothing at 12? What did you want to be? Still thinking. There's no wrong answer, people. Sandra, performing arts. You want to be out there, performing arts. Val remembers she just wanted to go to college in NYC. And why focus on NYC, huh? Why was the focus on New York City? As a kid, you're like, anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. At that age, you're like, yeah, I got this. I'm gonna go there. At that age, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be a veterinarian. Of course. Who's gonna stop me? But you know what happens? Life happens. What happens is we start falling in love. We got some kids. We start going to school. We get a job. Start paying bills. We get in debt. And what happened to that dream? What happened? All this stuff that is involved in life got in the way. What I am inviting you to do is to get back to your dreaming stage and bring it back. That's what I'm asking you to do right now. Bring it back and allow yourself to dream because you don't want to be. I mean, I'm asking you right now, do you want to be 50 or 60 still struggling at a 9 to 5 or a corporate career? Is that something that you really aspire? Come on. Did you at 12 years old say, my dream is that I'm going to be 37 paying bills and debt? And that's what, hell no. 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 That wasn't their dream. So what do we got to do? What we got to do is what we have in our hands is the ability for us to get rid of the things that are hindering our growth. And what's hindering our growth? Maybe our money situation. And our money situation can be alleviated through this business. Use the money that comes in here as a cash cow for you to get rid of debt, to advance in anything you want to do financially, and don't misuse the income that comes into your business. Use your money to work for you. Reinvest it in you. Reinvest it in your knowledge. Reinvest it in seminars that we recommend. Reinvest it in courses. Reinvest it in Coach Summit. Reinvest it in super weekends. Like we have this coming up. We got coming up super weekend coming up. We have a diamond retreat coming up. We have um, new leadership conference in February coming up. So all you got to do is reach Star Diamond. Boom. You're going to California. Guess what? Let Beachbody pay for the freaking flight. Work for that. Whatever income that comes in there pays for the flight. So you use the income that comes into your business to grow your business, and you're going to see this grow. But when we use the income, in, this is another call. I'll probably talk about more finances later. But if you understand the principle that if you use this business as a cash cow, you will achieve these dreams that you had at one time. You could probably reverse everything. All right. What would you do if money was not an issue? What would you do with your life right now if money was not an issue? Dream a little bit right now. What would you do if money was not an issue? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things we can do. So that's where I want you to be, and go back and help people. Focus on finding people, talking to them, establishing a relationship, find the need and fulfill that need. And they will value your friendship, they will value you as a person, and you're going to grow like crazy in this business. All right? So hopefully you got a lot of this, and make sure that you talk to your coaches, talk to people to keep coming into this call. The the amount of the amount of experience that I'm sharing here, this is things that we did for years wrong. You're getting a shortcut to your learning curve every time you meet and we come into this call. You're learning a little bit more of advanced coaching. There are coaches out there that are like, oh my God, they're making a mess. But if you make a mess fast, you can succeed. What this system is right here, the team calls, is for you to cut the learning curve and cut the learning curve of your coaches. So make sure your coaches are making it to these calls. Learn to sell these calls. Edify the call. Talk great things about the call so that they can come to the call. And as your team attends the team calls, you will grow as a leader. All right, so I'll see you next week. Thank you for coming, and good night. So say good night to everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.